Alright, so I'm going to do a little video on my, yeah, you can see it back there, the '05 LLY Duramax. It's got the head gasket issues. I got it cheap, so that's why I bought it, of course. It does start and run. I drove the thing all the way home from Georgia, about 2.5 hours. And as long as I had water in it when I left there, it made a home fine. I was cruising 70, 75, sometimes 80 down the interstate. And I gotta say, this thing does drive nice. I'm impressed. So besides it, will get low eventually, and then it tries to overheat. I'm sure if I was towing something trying to push it, it'd probably overheat on me too. But we're gonna go ahead and get her in. And it's got a nice body. I do need to do a little Steve-O detail on the inside. Take everything out like I do. Throw a new carpet in it after I wash everything out. Do the headliner. Fix the driver's seat and should be sweet. Get some simulators or something for it. Sweet to me anyway. I just want it nice and stock. I just want a good dependable vehicle I can tow the big boat with. And I like going to Florida. And it's about a 650, almost 700 mile trip. So try to keep it, try to keep it nice and dependable and be comfortable on the ride. That's my biggest thing, is I want to be comfortable and safe. Alright, get back with you. Alright, probably not the best video, but let's see. It's been sitting for a little while. Oh yeah. It fires right up. Yeah, I'll change the engine oil, of course. About to have the heads off of it. I think I'll change the oil. Alright, let's see. Let me pull it around to the garage. Alright, she's a little sharp. I'm going to try to get this big girl in here. I know I can, it's just tight. Well, yeah, that's a big one. I might have to back it up about 6 inches. See, that'll give me a little more room. Damn, I don't remember the white one being quite that big when I had it in here. Just, I had the same exact dually as this, '03, and I had to do injectors and stuff on it, so there's a big tear down. And I had it in here, got it all done, so it's just a little step further. Give you a quick view of what we'll be working with. Oh yeah, 6.6 LLY. I'd be tearing a lot of stuff off. I'm gonna know this one very well by the time I get done with this job. Tore all the way down to the, take the heads off, go ahead and replace like the coolant tank and all. I got it out there on my LB7's wrecked, but in a lot nicer shape. But anyway, we'll get back with you. I'm gonna be replacing a few other things along the way, but yeah, we'll get started tomorrow. All right, I got her pulled in. It's still Monday night, about 10 o'clock at night. I just happened to get the garage straightened up just enough to go ahead and get it in here. It's still tight, but got a couple tables that are heavy duty and they're cleaned off, so I could start laying out the parts tomorrow. But I figured I would just pull some codes real quick because I still have not checked anything. I figured before I go unhooking the battery, might as well check and see if it's got any codes. I guess not. I was going to say, I know I drove it all the way from Georgia. And heck, I drove it around a good bit when I got home. And glow plug control circuit. But that was a history, or current. Alright, cruise control, glow plug, trans control. See, I really have no idea what's been going on with this thing, so just clear them out, even though I'm about to unhook the batteries, and she'll probably be down for a while anyway, because this is my first time doing a Duramax head gaskets. So guys, I am not a professional by any means. This is a learn and go experience. Learn as I go. So just figured I'd video it, and that way in the future there's not a lot of videos out there for this. I know there is one really detailed one where the shop was nice enough to let someone come in and do the video, and they were pretty detailed. But that's about the only one, so I'll do more of a quick overlay of it. Probably not as detailed, just give you some basic ideas on it along the way. Out in the shop, gonna start working on the dually today. It's a new day, Monday morning, and got the air on in the shop because it's freaking hot outside and I don't like sweating like that. Oh well, I'm spoiled. But anyway, so today, I know a lot of people just take the compressors and, you know, you do have rubber lines here and they'll fold it on back and like strap it to the battery or something. Get it out of the way without discharging the system because, you know, of course, most people don't have access to an AC machine to recover it. But I'm lucky enough, fortunate enough I do. So I have it hooked up, and I'm doing a recovery real quick. That way I can just break my lines loose and get everything out of the way. To me, it's simpler. I don't like putting stress on these. I have seen too many lines leak, and if you're moving it and stressing it, it'll definitely give you a bigger chance. Let's do a little reclaim. Go ahead and get that working. We'll just leave that there. We're tearing into it a little bit. Me and my dad.
Like the bolt power.
Got her tore down.
You know what that is?
I can look it up. It's the wonders of Google and the internet. You know.
Now see, me, I can't tell shit. Can you?
Not
Just
looking
looks
through
like a
here.
nightmare.
Yeah, it's only a few pieces off so far. Just gonna start unplugging some harness lines. Get them out of the way. Guess I'll undo the charge tube next and start with the PCV hose, all that stuff, get it out of the way. The cooler top line there and thermostat house and alternator, get everything started taking it off. Got my dad helping. What's up, Dad?
Hey.
YouTube star. And of course the shop dog, Jasper. That's right, Jasper. All right, we got a few hours into it here, and got her tore down pretty decent, but still got a lot to go. Man, they just put a lot of stuff on these engines, and yeah, now I see why everybody wants to do the EGR delete. That is pretty nasty. Instead of having it suck back through the intake into the motor, I guess that's the delete. Got a little oil there in the turbo, but nothing major. For 338,000, I was expecting to see it a lot worse. And at least the turbo, I don't have any play when I was checking it earlier, and it spins nice and everything. You know, whoa, woo, she's a nasty one. But anyway, next I want to start getting the rest of this harness out, the glow plug controller, get the fuel lines undone right there. Then I can start undoing all the main lines need to still get all this stuff off the front here and the coolant crossover. All right, day 2 coming out, getting into it a little. I say day 2, but we all already in at about 4 hours or so, maybe 5. Still got to do the exhaust manifolds, rest of these fuel lines, and see if we can get the valve covers off and the ejectors. All right, down to the rocker assemblies and stuff are pulled off. Just need to take the push rods out now and start pulling some head bolts. I got all the exhaust undone on the back of it. So, yeah, moving along. Got to clean everything out. I guess that's why they do the EGR deletes. Pretty nasty and messy. We'll get her all cleaned up. But actually, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, you know, this truck has 338,000 on it, so considering, I'm going to say for a diesel, that's pretty clean. Not bad. All right, me and Dad got the heads off.
Finally.
And yeah, finally. What do you think though? About 10 hours or 11 hours maybe? Of actual work time.
Yeah, 10 hours.
So I get it cleaned up. Definitely was a head gasket leaking. One of them got tore up, so I can't really show you on it, but the second gasket I was a little more careful so I could try to tell. And right there you can see it is split. That's the sealing ring for the combustion, and it's definitely bad. Oop. You can see on this side how out of round it is. It's kind of hard to tell with the phone and camera, but it was definitely, that's one cylinder that was bad, and I'm sure there was more than one.
Looks like the back one's leaking up too.
Yeah, I believe it.
Pistons
Clean on it. Yeah. Shop dog taking a little nap. I think he was eating some mushrooms out there. But I'm going to go ahead and disassemble the heads and get them off to the machine shop. Got all my stuff laid out on the table in nice order. I'm going to go ahead and clean all the nozzles on the injectors. Of course, brake clean everything out. All the push rods and stuff just for the heck of it. Make sure it's all clean. All right. So one more little thing, guys, because I know this probably isn't the most detailed video, and I need to start doing a little better with that. I will get better, I promise, as I go along making new videos. Real new at this. I've only made a couple videos, and I really don't have anything holding the phone yet for me, so I have to turn it off a lot. But I did want to go over something real quick. I would say one of the trickiest things about the whole job was this bottom bolt here on the back of the exhaust manifold, because I decided to take the manifold off with the head instead of undoing it. So this bottom hole, the bottom one down here, from the back side, see the down pipe is right behind it. You know, you can get to the two on this side, but the one behind it there is no room to get a ratchet, even a short socket in there. So I had to use like a 12 Mac 12 millimeter 12 point. You need a good wrench, and then I only had a little bit of room. You know, of course the wrench is going to flex because these things were tight, and it would come over and hit the frame rail, you know, from underneath. And I finally found, you know, you put two wrenches together. Well, I found one that slid all the way up over it, and it was at a nice angle to where it gave me just enough room to crack it. And I was able to get it out. That is one of the worst bolts on the whole engine. Besides that, everything was simple tools, basic tools. Of course, you're dealing with a diesel, so everything's really tight, especially the head bolts. You know, I broke most of them with the gun because I'm going back with studs anyway, so I'm not worried about the bolts. I'm going to trash them. But the couple, you know, I can't remember exactly, but a couple in the back there, the firewall is just too close to be able to get the wrench. I mean, the socket, especially with the gun, even with a nice swivel and all, but to be able to get the socket on there and the ratchet, it's trying to hit the, um, it's like hitting the firewall and it's hitting the tip of the valve. You don't want to bend the valves. So that back bolt was really a pain because I couldn't use any extension or anything on it. So the issue is going to be when I'm going back and I'm trying to torque them, because, you know, I was using a nice swivel head Matco 1/2 inch ratchet, you know, and I can swivel the head wherever I need to. But my torque wrench, unfortunately, is just a straight, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to tackle one or two of those back ones on each side. So we'll have to figure that out in the next video when I'm putting it together.